good morning. Maybe good afternoon to some of you, depending on when you're watching this. Maybe good evening, good day, greetings. It is Wednesday. Today, specifically, we are on day 66 today. Good number, really good number. And so I'll give a couple of moments, just to make sure the connection is good, that all is well. Maybe wait for little hearts. Receiving. That's awesome. Okay. That's wonderful. Okay, just thinking that tomorrow at this time I'll be tuning in from New York, so let's tune in. As you could probably feel, I'm a little inundated by my own mind with little darts that are being thrown at me. Don't forget this, look at this, do this. But at the same time, I'm just flowing through the day and getting stuff done and packing. So let's tune in for our practice today. 3 minutes of fists of anger. Give it all you got. Clear it out. Don't be shy. Let it go. Close your eyes. Nobody's watching. Let it rip, as they say. Because we are in a really potent times. And the opportunity to get rid of excess emotional weight and plug into those moments where they were painful at the time when we experienced them, those memories, the trauma, it was very, very painful at the time. But looking back at it now, can we extract the sweetness of that pain? Can we extract the sweetness of the love that we feel towards ourselves from back then to now? I hope this makes sense, because it's like totally clear in my mind, but I'm hoping it's getting through and landing, so you're receiving what I'm trying to say. For me, it feels like this is like how my process of letting go happens. When I begin to feel a feeling of warmth and coziness, like a real huggy feeling, very cuddly, like nothing could go wrong. And and it could shift and flip-flop really quickly. Like I could swing into how I really felt in that moment, scared, angry, wanting to run away, whatever that situation is. I am tapping it into the what it felt in the moment, whatever age I was, and then I'm flipping to the now, having that, oh my God, I was scared shitless, like as a kid, having to deal with things that I had to encounter. And it's like, all right, I survived that, and my survival mechanisms at that time were, so limited, and I've adapted. And looking back now, this survival mechanism is expiring. That's it. I've reconciled it. It's served its purpose. It's done what it's supposed to do. It has taught me something, and now I could really feel the love for the little girl that went through it, that adapted, that carried that on with duty and diligence, and now I could just let it go. That's where I'm at. Okay, let's tune in. Bringing the hands in front of the heart center in the prayer mudra. Mudra is the seal. It's an energetic seal. So we bring the palms together. We're balancing the left and the right, or the feminine and the masculine, if you will. Coming into your heart center. Dropping into the mind of the heart. Inhale deeply, lengthening the spine. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Inhale as you are tuning your vibration, plugging into the depth of your being, your essence, your heart. And exhale. Let's inhale deeply to tune in with Adi Mantra. Om. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. I bow to the teacher within, to the wisdom of my soul. Exhale. Inhale deeply from Mangala Charan, protection mantra. Adigure name, Jagadgure name, Sadgure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Adigure name, Jagadgure name, Sadgure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Adigure name, Jagadgure name, Sadgure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Deeply inhale. Engage the root log, hold the gaze to the brow point, the seat of your intuition, your own, your mind's eye. And exhale, relax the shoulders down, relax the hands. And let's get ready for liftoff. Fists of anger. Mudra for expression and release, communication. Here we go. Thumb on the Mercury mount, squeezing the thumb tightly, backward strokes. We're holding the gaze at the brow point because that creates the pressure through the optic nerve. It stimulates the pituitary pineal. So, and it also helps your mind to stay focused. It also directs the prana. So prana flows where your attention goes. And if we're able to hold the gaze to the third eye with the breath that we're doing, we're channeling the breath to go here. So we're opening our third eye. We're opening the pathway to our intuition. We're clearing all the obstructions that make it difficult for us to hear that soft, gentle, loving voice that is intuition. We very well hear the nagging critic. So how do we open the door for more subtle messages? Okay, so breath of fire through the O-shaped mouth. Women on moon cycles, such as myself, are going to do long, deep breath. And then women who are pregnant beyond first trimester also stay with long, deep breath. It doesn't mean that you cannot go hard with this movement. If you have a lot to release, let it go. And so I like to hold a gentle root lock, just maintaining my connection to Mother Earth. If that feels right for you or appropriate for you, go ahead and experiment with that. Mentally chanting Har, if that jives with you, that keeps the mind focused on this mantra, which is a potent mantra in itself, means God, seed, potential, divine spark. It also means release. So lots of meanings to it, and you could use this mantra to plant new seeds and to release whatever you don't need. So 3 minutes, and you give yourself the dose. You give yourself the strength of this medicine, right? So it could be mild, light, heavy dose, whatever you need in that moment. So approach this practice with respect, but also respect for your body. Tune into your body and see, all right, today I feel like extra agitated, so I'm gonna clear a lot of stuff. Today I just want to honor my body. I'm going to focus on the breath, focus on the gaze, but still go through the movement with less aggression. So you decide, check in with this vessel of yours. Okay, so here we go. I'm doing long, deep breath, but you starting with the breath of fire through the O-shaped mouth. Like that, gazing to the third eye. Begin swinging the arms powerfully back. Keep the shoulders pressed down. Mentally chanting Har. We're at day 66. 6 is a number of balance. Can you be balanced in your approach to life? Mentally chanting Har, keeping the gaze to the brow point. Gentle root lock if you wish. Stay with it, last minute. Powerful breath through the O-shaped mouth. Listen to your breath, feel your breath. Deeply inhale through the O-shaped mouth. Interlace your fingers, stretch the spine up, pull the root lock, lock it all in. Powerful exhale. 2 more times, just like that. Stretch the spine. Root lock, pull the energy up. Draw it into the root chakra and then pull it up, pull it up. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side. Stay here in a meditative state. And check in with yourself. You could hold the hands in a receptive Gyan Mudra, palms facing up, thumb tips and index finger touch. Or you could bring your left hand onto your heart center and right hand on your belly and stay here. Return to home. Feel what's here right now. Let's inhale deeply together. A sigh or an exhale. A few more times. Inhale as deeply as you can. And when you get to the top, sip a little more. Let it go. 1 more. And when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. Okay. And when I say bring your hands into prayer mudra to balance right, left brain hemispheres, masculine, feminines, and then of course in my meditation, as I am doing this movement, it's my matrix changes, my vision screen changes, and I'm seeing the geometrical lines as I do. So since like postures sometimes are when we hold a certain posture, is we're holding a certain cosmic alignment. We're aligning our body in a particular angle, in a particular geometry with the grid. And when we do the movements, and sometimes I like to look at it from like that perspective, the geometry, where are the angles, what does it look like? And it's interesting also at this time to witness that that is the masculine energy coming into my practice and showing me this is the precision, this is the calculation. Whereas the feminine energy just, it just wants to, breathe and twist the torso. It just wants a more flowy movement. So that was interesting to notice. Okay, our next part is meditation to resolve inner conflicts. And boy, there is not a shortage of those, if we start digging. Most of us don't want to dig. We don't like it. We don't like what we see sometimes. We don't like what we feel. We don't like to, face our shadows, our dark side, our demons. It's not pleasant sometimes. But on the flip side, when we befriend our demons, we get to know them a little bit, where they were born from, how did we befriend them at some point, and we decided to hide them, and why, and what part of it can we love and embrace and appreciate for what it does. It still plays a part, even though it's part that's not seen in the public. It's still part of you. We have our light, we have our dark. So we have to love our dark too and clear out the heavy stuff around it, because dark absorbs light, and so that guilt, shame, negativity likes to like add on, especially if it's going constantly being shoved under the rug or pressed into the bottle, and then we shake up the bottle in the Kundalini Yoga and blow it all out. So that's what it feels like. But that's what this meditation is doing. So what's a conflict is whatever gives us uneasiness, whatever does not allow us to be blissfully in that peace, in that contentment of that we would desire nothing to be changed in that moment. That is perfectly perfect in that moment. So the inner conflict arises when we don't feel that, when we're constantly wanting to improve the situation somehow. And that also applies to always wanting to improve yourself, right? Like, can we sit and embody the thought of we are divinely created and we're already perfect just as we are? Just sit with it for a moment and like see if you could embody that you could really feel that you are the perfection, that you could not be any better. Like in this moment right now, you are as better than you'll ever be, right? From the past. And the next moment, you're gauging it always against the past, but not the future. So I hope this makes sense. And my conflict is I intellectually understand it, I mentally understand it, and I also feel it's a cop-out. Like, okay, so what do I do now? So fold my hands and just bask in my glory and my perfection? No, I don't feel that way. So there is still this core thing that I'm working on, So just wanted to share that. So hands on the chest, thumbs up. And let's take the initial deep breath in. Settle into the posture with lengthened spine. Tuck the chin back. Lift the chest. It automatically actually happens. Eyes are 9/10 closed or fully closed, gazing to the brow point. You know, the breath cycle is 5 seconds inhale and 5 seconds exhale. I'm just watching the flow of your breath. And then remaining for 15 seconds or so in suspension of the breath, keeping the breath out, being still and relaxed until the next inhale, slowly and deeply, and then exhale slowly and completely. And keep returning to the stillness with relaxed diaphragm, relaxed abdominal muscles, no movement from the diaphragm down, as if you are a frozen deity or statue, god, goddess. Just be with yourself, with your breath. And go ahead and finish your breathing cycle. You can take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, pull the breath down to the root chakra as you stretch the arms up. Ground in the energy. Pull the root log. Exhale. Pull the energy up. Again, deep inhale. Pull the energy all the way down to the root chakra. Squeeze the root log. Shake the arms. Distribute the energy to every part of your body and shake off any excess energy. Stuff that, whatever. Exhale. Come back to meditative space. Go within for a moment. Again, Gyan Mudra for receptivity, or checking in with yourself. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly, heart chakra, sacral or solar plexus. And check in. And inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale again. Exhale or sigh if you wish. Okay, just these two practices and already I feel much more home in my body and not so scattered. It's so amazing to me how much I feel like this practice after the 60th day kind of took off from me. That 61 being the opening gate, and now it just continues to unfold. And so I wanted to say that the 66 day, 66, this is the age of my mom too. She's 66, and I was telling her the other day that 66 is a master number for attaining balance. Balance within yourself, balance in your approach to life, balance in everything, balance in your nutrition. Oh my gosh, is everything in life is balanced, nature is balanced. You know, it's like, somewhere there's drought, somewhere there's a flood, somewhere there's fires, somewhere there's tornadoes. It's always like the opposite across the world. Voila, is it a surprise? You know, I don't understand. It's nature, it's natural. So 66, if you look at the number 6, right, the bottom is round. And so it's rocky, and it's almost like you're rocking back and forth, back and forth. So how wide does your pendulum swing? You know, do you go from one extreme to the other? Or can you, swing a little less? You know, there's experience to be had in this lifetime, right? So if center is nothingness and everything, like complete, non-attachment, no reaction, and we experience joy a little bit here, little laugh, little dance, little release, and then there's gonna be a little release, I don't know, some kind of fire. So, I'm not saying that we should be totally unemotional, standing in a center, non-reactive, non-attachment, no feeling, that's boring. So just kind of notice how it sways, Balance, mastery of balance. Let's seal the practice with Sat Nam. And again, this practice really helps you to focus. The ego always throws you stuff to do. And, we are on spiritual path and we have a lot of creative ideas, and the ego kind of learns it really quickly and starts saying things like, oh, create this. It keeps you in the doing field. And we want to reel it back and get into the feeling, the doing, masculine energy perhaps. Feeling is feminine energy, stepping back into it. So if my mind sometimes plays the spiritual partner and says, oh, wouldn't it be nice if you created this and this craft and gave it to your clients? And I get excited, like, oh, of course that would be nice. I want to make that, and it would be nice to give it. But then there's all these little steps that have to happen. And then it becomes the little naggy voice. Oh, you haven't done that yet. Well, you better start on that project yet. Oh, who signed up for that project in the first place? Oh, I changed my mind. I don't want to do it, So be mindful of those things, because I have a lot of those. All right, here we are. This meditation helps us clear the clutter and really listen to the heart. What's important? What's relevant for right now? Let's seal the practice with long, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Truth is my identity. Inhale for Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow at same time, same place, God willing. Sat Nam.